What's up, you guys? It's Jazz with Why Hip Hop. I told y'all this season I'm bringing you some of the fiercest ladies in hip hop. I already told y'all hip hop is way more than just the rappers, the trappers. It's everybody that makes stuff happen too. So today I bought somebody really, really special to me. I can't even get it out fast enough because she is awesome. Her name is Jen, y'all. Jen, what's up?
Jen Johnson, y'all.
Come on, Jen. What is up? Say it again, one more again.
Jen Johnson.
Jen Johnson.
Yeah.
So we got Jen Johnson in the building, y'all. And again, I couldn't be more excited. So obviously, just to break the ice a little bit, I want to ask you why hip hop? Like, why did you choose hip hop in this industry as a route of life?
I think um I didn't really hip hop is not the only thing that chose me. Like the whole culture, like the
Mm,
fashion, the different things you can do within hip hop. So that's what intrigued me and what I
got
like I
you.
chose hip hop. Yeah.
Type. Okay, then. So tell me when was like the first time you realized like, hey, not only am I going to go in this direction of the industry, but I'm gonna stand on it. I'm gonna like be serious. Like, what was that aha moment for you?
Everybody asks me that.
Okay.
I don't know. I think I feel like I haven't really reached that particular moment yet.
Mm.
So, and everybody be like, Jen, you did this, you did that, you work with them, you work with, and I'm like, yeah, um, I don't know. The thing of imposter syndrome. So
Mm.
to myself, not as big as what I accomplish.
Got you. That could be easy, especially for, and I'm gonna just go out and say it. Black women navigate, and I feel like we really get that bad, and
Mm-hmm.
we do some of the hardest work. We are actually
Yeah.
overqualified, and we still be feeling like, I don't know, I
Yeah.
don't know if I quite got it. So take me back to because I know a lot of people have asked you why you may have got started, but tell me how it actually came about. Like, did you go to school for public relations? Like, what should I actually even call you? You wear so many hats.
So first, start with the first question, part of your question.
Hmm.
I started out well, I was doing real estate. I was an apartment manager, regional manager.
Wow.
Just working, just doing all types of stuff around Atlanta. And then I posted like the apartments. This when Instagram first really started jumping.
Okay.
And it was a guy here in Atlanta. And he had his own TV show, like running Atlanta, like running Atlanta.
Nice.
He DM'd me. He was like, I really want you to be my assistant. And I was like, okay. But
Right.
I was nervous because I had just had my babies.
Okay.
Um, and I was just like, I don't want to get out in the field like that.
Yeah.
And so my sister was like, go, just go. So I went over there and then I noticed they didn't have everything together like I
Mm.
thought. So I'm like, you don't have that, you don't have that, you don't have that. I could do all this. I don't want to. So I pulled him aside and his partner. I don't want to be an assistant. I want to
Right.
be a production. I want to be on production. I want to be somebody head.
Yeah.
And so they allowed me. They allowed me to do that. Um, and it went sour over there
Hmm.
because it was not because but it was a bunch of different personalities that really was fighting for their way in the industry. And
Mm.
then like the cast members were having so much say so on the show. So I just really I told myself one day like I'm not finna do this no more.
Yeah.
So I met up with one of the cast members, which was Rick Rosa, and
Okay.
he was like, "Jen, you need to be PR, do PR." And he took me to one of these parties, and I had met a Instagram model at the time. And when I met her, she was like, "You should be my PR." And I'm like, "What is this PR stuff?" And so I go home and I research PR. I'm like, "They do this, and they can do that, and they make
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That's it." But so that's what I thought. So I called her 2 weeks later and ended up becoming her PR.
Mm.
Because I knew what PR was, public relations,
Yeah.
but I thought like the government. That's only like where like people who really need that type of stuff.
Got you.
But I'm like Instagram models. So that was my thought frame back then.
Got you. And I was about to say, because not only does it sound like when you see something that you want, you go get it.
Oh yeah.
You don't have like an issue. You was like, hey, I'm not no assistant material. I'm
Yes.
production material, but also when
But
those
it really
people,
wasn't that. I'm sorry, not to cut
you
you
are
off.
okay.
It really wasn't even that. It was the fact that they didn't have it together for me to be able to assist.
Got you.
Because it was just like it was just all over the place.
Yeah.
Like all over the place. So it's like, okay, let me get it together. I can't assist and I can possibly go back to assisting.
Yeah.
But let me get it together because
Yeah.
I can't work like this.
Boy, you said it's got to be something for me to
Yes.
assist. So now that you are in the industry, because obviously you had some humble beginnings where it was people basically suggesting that you should do it just based off of seeing how well you were
Yeah.
already were with people. So tell me a little bit about how it's been since you've been in the industry doing PR. Has that been a good experience for you as a black woman? And I hate to keep saying it like that, as a woman,
No.
period, right? But I feel like we have a different thing
No, that
about us.
yes, but that's addressed that because in the industry you have the white person, the white man, the white woman, the Korean man, the Korean woman, then you have the black man and the black woman. So therefore, it's always we're fighting to not be at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So when you come in the industry, you already have that fight, that
Yep. Yep.
and I think that breaking boundaries and breaking barriers, not boundaries, but breaking barriers is what I have achieved in this industry.
Yeah.
So that we're not that's my fight. That's my whole fight.
Yeah.
Not to be at the bottom of the totem pole.
And not only that, but taking the totem pole out of the equation,
Hmm.
even if somebody didn't see the totem pole, I like how you extend that grace to other people.
Hmm.
When I first met you, you didn't know me from a can of paint, but you not only gave me a chance on the set of Love and Hip Hop Miami,
Hmm.
which I'm forever grateful for, because
Yes.
just seeing different things when you come from somewhere that's not normal,
Right.
you able to see things and you're able to be like, oh, I want that. And I saw this. I saw a big production I never seen a day in my life. Um, it just looked immaculate. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it was a black woman that put me in that position. And you were so nice and so precious. Like you weren't mean and grouchy like most of the
Yeah.
people be. So I say all that to say, right? Why do you do that? Like, why do you extend grace to the younger generations or the people that may be trying to do? Because I'm not in your lane, but you saw value and you was like, okay, I'm not gonna be mean and cuss her out.
No, no,
So why?
no. I don't know. I just think that's a gift from God. Like I just I don't have no ego. I have
Mm,
no ego. And um in a world full of ego, in the industry full of ego, I take mine out.
yeah.
I take it out cuz that's I remain different all times.
Mm-hmm.
That's my branding. I'm just different.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be mean. I treat people, my mom and my dad always told me you treat people how you want to be treated. So and I've
Okay.
been doing that since I was 13 years old. I
Yeah.
treat people how I want to be treated.
And you good at it. I hate to say you have been so supportive, and I really don't hate to say,
Yeah.
but obviously I'm just saying like I can't even I can't even I can't even explain to y'all. Like she's been so supportive since I met her. You whether I post something, whether I say, "Hey Jen, can you?" So thank you for
No, you're
that.
welcome.
Now I do want to ask, right? Because obviously it's not always like that, where the ego is not involved. You've
Oh,
had to learn that from experience.
yes.
So, can you tell me, do you, or I'll say it like this, tell me about a time in your career where you've seen ego kind of be the demise of a situation.
Hmm. I think I see it all the time.
Ooh.
I see it all the time. Just to put it into a situation, it will be a time where I'm coming into a opportunity,
Hmm.
but there are already people in place.
Okay.
So as you like you say, I can see the value. Sometimes people see the value in me before I even see it.
Yeah.
So their egos will rawr,
Mm.
like, uh-oh, Jen, here come Jen Johnson. I just did an event in October. The girl, since I had so much experience, I didn't have a mentor. So a lot of times I don't talk to people as if we're having a conversation. I'm talking to them, teaching them because I want them to know that I got your back.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have this, but I'm gonna provide it for you. because I know how hard it
And
is.
you do that
Yeah,
in
because
real
it's like I
life.
know how hard it is.
Yeah.
And so when they call it a takeover spirit that I have, and
Mm.
it's not that, I'm just trying to lead us in the right way. Because if I'm a part of a team, I'm a part of a team.
Yeah, like ain't gonna be no group project and we failing and it's on my face. Let's all get it together.
Right.
That's so funny because your team is like that too. I
Yeah.
was telling your assistant when he called me a little earlier, and I
Marquise.
was yes, Markeith is here, y'all.
Yeah.
Markeith, you basically that shows in everything that you do, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yep.
the team that you bring along, sometimes the people that we have to deal with to get to you, that is so important.
Mhm.
So like I again, as much as I want to thank you and stay on that situation, like I just have to let you know that's dope because
Yeah.
people not out here moving like that.
Yeah.
So I know that, like I said, you wear many hats, and I see your shirt,
Yeah.
I see your logo and everything. It should be coming up here soon, but tell me about SL Next Level. I know that's
Yeah.
you
Oh, and I
know
wanted to go back to what you said. What should you call me?
okay,
I always like to just be Jen Johnson.
okay,
Um,
just call you Jen Johnson.
I actually started in PR in this industry. I started in PR. I built my brand. So this will go into what is SL Next Level. What is
Okay.
the SL Next Level? The S is for my daughter's middle name. The L is for my son's middle name.
Oh,
So I built this for a legacy for them. Um, the business itself can go into many different genres, different areas, different realms. So therefore, it's not just in a box for them. They don't have to pick or
wow.
choose entertainment.
And
It's
it's
a
already
whole
set up to an extent, like you've done a lot of
yeah,
footwork that they could kind of.
do everything.
That's
Yep.
awesome, Jen. And I hate to say it like this, but black women, we're always doing something, whether it's thinking about our family, how to build
Mhm.
generational wealth, or extend that to another person to make sure they look good in the
Right.
media. So how do you juggle, being a mom and your career at the same time without kind of losing it? Because I know it could be a lot.
Um, my kids is everything to me. But I have a family. I have my husband.
Yeah.
So it's like with my kids, like they let me know. It's like I raised them up to be a mini me. I have a
Mm,
daughter and a son.
I know that's
So
right.
my daughter is like super business. My son is super on the numbers. He
Nice.
asks him what is 20 times a billion times X, Y, and Z times the Y. He gonna know
Ooh,
it. He be like, hold on, mommy, and he gonna give it to you.
I know that's
But
right.
I have a village. My mom, my sisters, my cousins, like my aunts. When I tell you, I could go outside and sell some toilet paper. They're gonna be right
What?
there. They're gonna be right there with me.
Yeah. And earlier we were talking about before we got started how basically in order to have a village you have to be a villager. And I was telling you how basically I learned that through experience.
Yep.
And a person like you, you're a really great villager.
Yep.
So that you just basically extend it to other people, right?
Right. Mhm.
Why? Like again, as far as the village and being a villager, what made you realize that you needed to do that and be that way versus the opposite? Because we've talked about how mean and rude and nasty people can be, but
Yeah.
we never really talked about what changed you into saying this is how I'm gonna do it instead of how they doing it in the industry.
Um, it came with common sense.
Mm,
Because I know that's wrong. You don't treat people like that. You don't have to have an ego to get something done.
yeah,
You don't have to be rude. You don't have to be mean. And also it comes from knowing yourself.
yeah,
If you know yourself, if the stuff that they say about me, or say about you, it's water on the duck's back. But
yeah,
also it's like getting into the nitty gritty of it. You
mm,
gotta know yourself. You got to,
mm,
because they'll put you in this industry. You'll get in places where it looks good, sounds good, it even feels good,
yeah.
but you have to know yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and remain happy and
And
fun.
I want to elaborate on that a little bit because again, you now that you are esteemed in the industry, you got a little tenure. You know what's going on. You know what it looks like when you see it.
Yeah.
What would you say? Because a lot of up and coming artists watch my platform as well. What would you say that it takes to really navigate in this industry, especially nowadays?
Got a budget.
Mm. Some
You
cheese.
have to look because like in the before
Mm-hmm.
internet, like the Instagram and all of that, it
Mm-hmm.
was more so easier to navigate without a budget. But
Mm.
now that is in your face and you could DM that person or um
Oh.
which sounds like it'll be more easier, but you have to understand, and I tell my team, you're not the only person that's reaching out.
Mm.
So therefore, um to for an upcoming person to actually be in this industry, you need a budget, you need a plan. You have to be focused. If you just want it just
Yeah.
because, that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
It's too much hard dedication. You gotta have heart and dedication for
And
this.
people really, like you said, there are people that's already trying to do this, trying to do that, and they might beat you out just by being focused and dedicated,
Yep.
whereas you were not.
Yep.
So, you ain't
They could
lying.
beat you out quick, even with the delivery, because it's people that will text me, or I mean DM me and say, I need a manager. But it's somebody else who DM me and be like, hi, this is what I do, this is what I have. I don't know which direction. They laid it out for me.
Yeah. So it's
So yeah,
easier for
I know
you.
I know what I'm finna get into.
Got you.
It's not something that I don't know what I'm finna get into.
Ooh, you just made a big point. Cause
Mhm.
not trying to be funny, but if you don't know what we finna get into, how the hell you want me to know?
Right. It's like, huh?
Yeah.
So, and then you're like, I need a manager. And really, when people reach out to me, they don't even be needing a manager. They don't even be needing PR. What you
Hmm.
need is probably a brand manager, or you probably need a PR versus a manager, or you probably need a manager versus PR,
Yeah.
or you probably just need exposure.
Right.
So, it's good to actually know what your brand is.
Now, I was gonna ask, what do you think separates a good PR from a bad public relations person?
She was trying to set me up. I'm not calling nobody
Okay.
out. I think a lot of people want to be a PR because of who the person is.
Mm,
Just because this person have fame or they're chasing the fame, a lot of people chase the fame and they will love the clout is a real drug. Um, Back in the day, we used to call it the juice.
oh, they got the juice.
So yeah, so whoever got the juice, that's where I think the PRs they don't do the real work nowadays. They
Yeah.
just if I'm working with Cardi B tell them Jen's my PR, Jen's my manager, whatever. All of that gonna come to me. It's no
Yeah,
work.
yeah, you didn't really have to go out and
Yeah, it's no
improve
iron work.
nothing. Got you.
Yeah,
All you doing, were you really a glorified scheduler,
yeah.
to be exact. You an organizer, whereas a
Mhm.
real PR,
Gonna go out there and get them
come
brand
on
deals,
now.
get them placements, everything.
Yeah.
So I say for a good PR, um, the if they're talking to you correctly, that's gonna be a good PR.
Okay.
If they're just saying no, they're talking around, I would steer away from them.
Okay. Now, another thing I wanted to kind of elaborate on there, because again, this is a big industry at this
Mhm.
point. There are so many people trying to do it, right?
Yeah.
What would you say your experience has been with women in the PR field versus men in the PR field?
Ooh. Um. So with the women, it's more so competitive if they're already made a name for themselves.
Mm.
If they made a name that no, they don't want you to take their spot.
Mm.
When you see other people working together, the men will work together.
Yeah.
The ladies, they're more so, I want to be the only girl on the team. I want to be the only it's like
HBIC.
yeah. And then you got the clicky ones where it's just they clicky down. We've been making it, we don't
Oh
need no
my
new
gosh,
friends.
I thought I was the only one going through this.
No, no.
You are
So
right.
you literally got to break through barriers on the girl side with the women.
Hmm.
On the women's side, you got to break through barriers. You got to show yourself. You got to be who you proven to be
Right.
over there. But you do have some who respect you.
Hmm.
Like, oh, I respect your hustle. I respect what you doing. You lit.
Can't
I'm
do
lit.
nothing but it.
That's link up.
Yeah,
So
that
I
makes
feel
sense.
like that is a good and bad over there. But it's more so of a fight over there with the guys. Um, everybody try to talk to you,
Yeah.
because they're
What?
men, but I will say it's very few. I could probably count on my three little fingers as
Got
long as
you.
I've been in this industry. When I come, they know Jen mean business.
I was about to say that mean they respect you for real, like just on some when she
Yes.
walk in the room, she mean business.
Right, I'm so serious. If I call somebody, they know Jen not calling for nothing but business.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not I'm not finna call and try to make nice or whatever.
What?
But yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm about my business.
Yeah.
I got
So,
two kids.
and going back to that too, because I was just about to ask you, do you think, especially with the temperature, because I feel like on one side you're navigating your clients,
Mhm.
they attitudes, what
Oh yeah.
what got to be done over here, and then
Mhm.
you go in the industry, you just trying to get an event done. Now you navigating the attitudes of all those people
Oh
that think
yeah.
that they done data in their fields. So how do you manage not losing yourself in that, going through the industry, because you said before a lot of people when it comes down to clout,
Yeah.
they chase it. How do you manage to keep a handle on not losing yourself?
I'm gonna go back to being knowing who you are.
Mm.
Because a lot of times people draw fame with support. They tie those two in.
Mm.
I always have support.
Yeah, and I don't gotta be famous to have that support.
I just told you about my village. My
Yeah,
mom and my dad, my granddad,
yeah,
my cousins, my sisters. I don't. So I'm famous already with them.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I
And
don't
that
gotta do
right there is
much.
everything. That's actually a point to be made, because I think a lot of times, and I told you I'm going through this little journey where I'm looking at things that are a little bit more positive for my mindset,
Mhm.
and just comparing your journey to other people
Yeah.
can be so threatening that you think you're not doing it right.
Right.
And in reality, your paradise might look like what you created. So I'm learning that. So
Yeah.
it's gonna
You
take
gonna
some
get it. No, you gonna
time.
get it. You gonna
You
get it.
know, thank you, Jen. So, now let's move forward a little bit. Before we go into the next session completely, I wanted to ask, because I've talked all around, just knowing who you are.
Mhm.
I just wanted to get to know it. I wanted to let people know. But let's get into the nitty gritty.
Okay.
Who you work with so far? Like give me some of
Um.
your notables.
Shoot. I'm not. I don't work with a lot of people.
Okay.
Like what area?
Oh my God! Look,
Cause
is that
like,
many?
I have
So
rappers, I have reality stars, I have athletes, I have actresses, brands,
nice.
um,
Oh, so you do
doctors.
PR, PR.
Yeah,
I was,
she
I
got an
was.
agency.
This the agency.
Yes.
So, I'm gonna start with. I remember when I met you, you were representing Shay.
Yes, I'm still working with Shay Johnson.
So, things like that, right? Because again, and I know this is gonna sound like down here,
Hmm.
so just bear with me. But for the people like me, or people like, so to me, you're like a regular black woman,
Yeah.
like, and I want to say black girl, but you really not no girl.
Right,
You a
I'm a
woman,
woman.
and you are just like, you make it to where it's like, dang, I could do that. Not like on some I could take her spot, but like,
Mhm.
I know she work hard, and I know it's work ethic behind what she's doing.
Right.
It's not just getting up and it falling out of the sky.
Right.
And like you said, going back to your respect, it's actually seen from a mile away.
Mhm.
I can see your respect when you walk through the room. It's just a given to give you said respect.
Yeah.
So at that rate, I guess what I'm trying to ask is, with the people that you worked with,
Mhm.
right? How is it working with them and still being your regular self when these are like celebs that's being seen on a day-to-day basis, big TV screens, like you're literally a backbone to a lot of these people's stories.
Yes.
How is that? Because a lot of us that want to get there or may see it, that's only a dream.
Yeah.
But what do you feel about it? Because sometimes we be dreaming for stuff and we don't really want it.
Um, I always been strategic with
Mm,
the people that I come. I stay true to my morals.
okay.
So if you don't align with what Jen already foresee
Mm-hmm.
for herself and her brand,
Okay.
um, I don't have to work with you.
Somebody was just talking about this.
Yeah,
It
you have
get
to
to that
create
point.
that. You have to create your surroundings. You have to create your environment because I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you this. It was a rapper that came to me and I seen the potential. I
Mm-hmm.
seen it. Marquis seen it. He loved her. Well, the person,
Mm,
and I started working with her, and to change the image. Big,
okay.
she's a big girl in the industry,
Okay.
and it just didn't go right because they fight their own battles and their own demons too.
Mhm.
So it's good to work with them, but to only be their friend. I mean, not to only be their boss. You have to manage the situation. So when you can't be their friend. You
Mm.
can't be their
I see what
friend.
you're saying. If you get too emotional with it, you'll kind of get some of the stuff that they got going on, and you do not want that seeping onto
Yeah.
you sometimes.
But I'm not saying don't have compassion. You have to have
Right.
compassion. And you definitely have to have compassion. But just maneuvering through the being with these celebrities,
Mhm.
I stay prayed up. You
Yeah.
gotta stay prayed up because you encounter so many people, so many feelings. They have bad days.
Yeah.
They don't care about your bad days.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I could say it's good. Reason why mine has been how it's been because I carved it out to work with the people who align with me. It
Mm.
may not look like that from the outside. You like, oh, you work with Shay. She throw drinks all day. How's that?
Shut the front
Y'all
door.
not the same
Shay's
at
actually a
all.
great person.
But behind all of that, she's
Yeah.
a fantastic person. She listens to me.
Yeah.
She's my big sister, but she listens to me.
Yeah.
They really take my direction.
Respect, if that
Yeah,
makes sense. And I like that
everybody.
too.
Yeah.
Who is give me your top three favorite clients that you work with?
I can't do that.
Dang.
Girl. No.
Or I say it like this. What are some of your favorite projects you have worked on?
Google. I loved working on the
Okay.
Google campaign. Google campaign. They pay me very well.
Yeah.
They respected me. The counterparts respected me.
Nice.
It was great. Sprite was a good brand that I work with.
Okay. Well, that's what I was talking about, Markeith. You ain't have to do me like that. You know, those was clients. But that's what I'm talking about because I don't think people get the gravity of what we
Yeah.
say when we say you have an agency. It's
Oh.
not just some little bitty, JJ from the block can come
Oh
and
no
just
no
hit you
no.
up. Like you literally do.
No, yeah. These brands reach out to me
Yeah.
to do their campaigns, their activations. Even I would say Young Blue, he's really, really a good one
Okay.
that I work with. Of course,
Nice.
Shay. Dr. Heavenly is really a good
I
one.
love Dr. Heavenly. She's a Scorpio like
Yeah,
me. I
she's
just
a
know she
feisty
gonna say
one.
something about my teeth, so I'm gonna just wait.
No, she
Okay.
don't do that. She
Okay.
don't do that.
Sometimes you get an idea of people when you see them on the TV, and I think
Mhm.
that is important too. How
Yeah.
you've always been like that. Like if somebody mentions something about somebody that you represent,
Yeah.
you'll clear that up real quick. You be like,
Dr. Heavenly,
like,
none of my
nah.
clients.
So yeah, I like that.
But yeah, it's a couple of them that I would say like I really like working with. They were cool. They respected me. It wasn't no like shunning me. None of that.
Yeah.
I even have a doctor, Dr. Yan. He's a
Okay.
$1 billion doctor.
Nice.
Um, he works in fibroids. That's health.
Mm.
We have different realms, and I think that's the biggest misconception of me and my brand that I'm only in entertainment.
Yeah.
Like I'm only working with these thugged out rappers, and I'm like, no, she
you
not really. But
know.
I do accept everybody.
Got you. And I like that about you. It just shows versatility, but also the ability for a black woman to put a spin on something.
Yep.
Because all of those are really different
Yeah.
avenues. Last thing I kind of want to ask on this subject is what accomplishment or campaigns did you feel like were a turning point for you? I know you mentioned Google and Sprite,
I
but
think those were.
okay. And
Those,
why would you say that?
well, in the PR room, when you get brands to reach out to you,
Mm-hmm.
you mainstream. You're
Mm.
not just the celebrity. It's words that come
Mm.
behind that.
Got you.
I think it was the Google, the Sprite, and then I think VH1. When I worked with VH1, that was another making it mainstream
I
per
know,
se.
right? I'm just skipping all over that. Like, to be honest, you don't understand. You've had my heart because I was like, this is the lady that helped me on Love and Hip Hop Miami. Like, and that's just one thing.
Yeah.
So just
No, no,
imagine.
no, no. I get it.
You all the stuff.
Yeah.
So I just want to say, like, not only kudos to you, but congratulations if nobody's told you lately. Like, congratulations are in order to just say, like, you have broken some barriers, almost like Madam C.J. Walker, like just being the first to walk into a direction that
Yes.
most of us probably couldn't have even seen. I didn't even know it was black people on production or in that area,
Even
let
on Bravo.
alone.
Bravo was a good one. I love working with Bravo. Bravo treated me so kind.
Nice.
Yes.
And what would you say is your favorite show over there? Cause I
At
know,
Bravo?
yeah.
Married to Madison.
Okay, look, like a queen should.
Married to Madison.
So all I'm gonna say is you're very good, like at PR. You're
Yeah.
you're well trained.
Yeah.
You ain't said nothing that's gonna get you into no trouble. So we gonna go to this next
I be
segment.
doing
But
this.
what? But I definitely thought that that was just something to get out of there because people don't even know who people be.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just think that. Again, I thought I was just looking at somebody that got me in on Love and Hip Hop Miami, and whole time you are a mogul in the making. So
Yes.
thank you for even being you. But yes, let's go ahead and go to this next section. I'm really grateful for you today.
You keep saying that,
I know,
girl.
and I'm serious because I sometimes don't express stuff, so I
I
gotta
got
stop being a
you.
little pussy and just say it.
Yeah, just
Like
say it.
I'm
Yeah.
really grateful for you because you really dropping wisdom, and
Mhm.
I know it sounds crazy, but we're going through a crisis in Tampa. Like don't nobody know what to do,
No,
and
that's in the
we kind
world.
of I know, right? And me and Siri, we kind of hold a lot of weight with media in Tampa because we some of the most innovative and like we're quirky, like most of it's men that's trying to get people to beef and do all this, and then we come in like, hey. So just that alone, like when you navigate that and it's like people don't like you or they're not, and then you meet somebody that don't give a damn about none of that because the motive is to do not only what you were called to do but to do it well.
Right.
You
So
won't do
what
it
you telling
well.
me is we got some work to do in Tampa.
Oh my gosh, do you? And
Yeah.
there's so many people in
Yeah.
Tampa that could be worked on. And the craziest thing is, I wouldn't even say it's due to lack of budget.
Mhm.
It's a lack of knowing where to spend money.
Right.
That is that right there. If
Right.
people knew where to put their money, I think it would just look a lot better. So yeah,
Mhm. Tampa.
y'all definitely need to,
I mean,
cause
we
look.
can do some things there.
So let me know what y'all need me to do down there. I plug and play too, but the point is I just think more people need to meet people like you in the industry because you could get so battered and bruised from going through so many things and not working. So that leads me to the question that I wanted to ask you because I've heard about the Jen Johnson way to break an artist, right? Jen
Mm.
Johnson got a foolproof way to break an artist, but I want to hear from you what you think that looks like. Because again, they're not going to be able to duplicate it, but what
Oh
would
no
you
no.
suggest?
Um, the thing with me is I feel like when the artists come to me, I have to see it. Like
Okay.
people, you will be surprised how many people reach out to me, how many people even my cousins, friends, my people, neighbors. I go to my
Yeah.
kids' school. They like it's a boy that's really talented in room A,
Oh my
and I'm like,
goodness.
okay, cool, but and I listen because
Yeah.
you don't leave no stone unturned.
Mm.
So I listen. I'll take my time and I'll give you my critique. Sometimes artists cannot take that.
Mm.
So that right there will let me know right there.
Yeah.
But to break them into the industry, I will say you'll need a budget. You need
Okay.
somebody who's really in the industry, not nobody who just got
Mm.
connections, not nobody who can just do a simple call and get it done. You need somebody who's really in the industry, really designed to work with you. Is what I'm saying.
I got a question. What does that look like? Because I just want you to break that down a little bit because I
Mhm.
feel like we floating along the top, but
Yeah.
keep it real.
Mhm.
What does that look like nowadays? Because I think a lot of artists that we might even see that look like they doing it, they're really not because they don't got nobody that's really in the industry. I was just talking to somebody about this.
Mhm.
Big artists. I'm talking about done numbers, but the business ain't really there, so
I'll
she
tell you
can't.
why.
Why?
Because they get their cousins, their uncles, their
Mm,
aunts, so they get that hit record.
mm,
And once they blow up, they don't know what to do with that
yeah,
hit record. So they get the calls. So now they can't take the calls because they're the artist.
yeah.
They have to have the manager. So then it becomes the cousin. It becomes the
Uh,
homeboy. And
That
then the
also just put the
homeboy,
blunt down.
yeah, that's just yeah. And then the homeboy, you so somebody like me talking to the homeboy to get a situation taken care of. The homeboy talking to me like I'm nothing because he got this one hit artist, the one song artist. When I can take you farther,
Hmm.
I see those artists. And sometimes I try to reach out like, hey, let's do this, 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 and this because I have this over here that's sitting.
Yeah.
So I can plug that easy. But the homeboy don't know what he doing.
Mm.
No, his price, his price.
Okay.
Got you. You
Right.
don't know what you just missed, but got you.
Mm.
Did you not know I was just finna do this with Apple, Spotify? That one
Mm.
could have took you to 5-time platinum.
Ooh.
But you so I feel like they don't have the proper people in place.
Yeah.
And that happens with major mega artists too.
I believe you because you just actually shined a light on. There's been a few artists from my city that they got signed, they went up, and they were so arrogant
Hmm.
that nobody could tell them anything because everybody was beneath them.
Everybody.
And then now you back to where you started, and you would love to talk to them same people.
Yeah.
It's like, almost like the same people you meet going up, you see them coming down
Yep.
type stuff. And I just want to point out that basically what you really just hit on is that unspoken wisdom.
Hmm.
Like we don't know, we miss 100% of the shots we don't take.
Yeah.
We don't even know it. We don't know how big of a blessing that could have been because we was too busy blocking it ourselves. So that is a point for artists in Tampa. Stop blocking your own
Stop blocking
blessings.
them.
Listen, I don't care if it's a little thing. Go do it because you never know what it could turn into.
Yeah.
Now,
And listen. Listen to the person that's calling you.
yeah.
But everybody is not correct though. I will say it because everybody in Atlanta is somebody. Somebody.
That's a good point. That's actually a
Yeah.
common thing because it make us scared of Atlanta. I'm not gonna even hold you.
Yeah, no, for real. You do your research on people.
You be like,
Do your
I
research.
don't know about you because I ain't never heard. And it's so sad because, people do be just trying to get on their feet. Everybody got to
Yeah,
start somewhere. But if it's not really aligned, then you can make everybody look bad in a
everybody.
second. So now, with that being said, I know you have, again, we done already talked about, not only do you work in the hip hop industry,
Yeah,
but you work in different industries, whether it's tech, whether it's finance, whether it's
yeah,
health, right? But you know this why hip hop. So I gotta
yeah,
go back to the hip hop industry one more again, right?
yeah, yes.
So I have to ask Jen, because you have worked with a few people in high places, right?
Many, yeah.
And recently we had you ever seen any baby oil? Any at any party? Like,
Um, I wouldn't say I seen baby oil.
okay.
But I did see some other things in the industry. It's a dark side. It's a really dark side in the
Mm.
industry.
Ooh.
It's some things in the industry that you have to stay grounded. You got to stay grounded.
Can you, without like, sharing the details, without naming names, can you tell me about a situation that you've encountered that kind of had you shook and like realizing, hold on, I need to stay grounded?
Yeah, yeah. I want to say the okay. I'm gonna tell you a story when I kind of was like just getting in the industry.
Okay.
And I was so excited. I'm like, ooh, I'm in LA. I'm at the a big label. I should say a
Okay.
huge, huge label. I'm taking my pictures, everything, and I never post though. That's my downfall. I don't post. So
Humble giant.
the so I go into the room and they like conversing about me that I didn't know. They're bidding pretty much between the two. And I'm like, I didn't understand it
Bidding
until
for some coochie.
get bidding. Like, okay, like conversing like, okay, I'll put this on her for you to go over on her team and over if but I want her to come over on my team. So
Oh
but it's
wow.
like when I go into the room, it's like y'all what y'all talking about?
Yeah, they got quiet, so you know it's
Yeah.
something that ain't right. Basically, if they can't talk about it in front of you again.
Yeah, that was my
Ooh.
turning point to say, you got to put your foot down, girl.
Mm.
You put your foot down. You don't. And then I start protecting myself. I was really like, what do you say? Like ditzy, but like not really. I'm always street smart. My daddy from
Yeah.
Detroit, my mom from Grand Rapids. I'm from Michigan.
Huh.
I always was street smart, but it was just more so like that era around me was like, Jen, nobody ain't gonna try you. You don't do bad. Bad ain't gonna come to you. The industry will humble you.
Oof.
It will humble you and make you know, oh, things can happen. Things can happen.
And you being a woman in the industry, I can only imagine. Cause here's the thing, and you just one woman. I'm just one woman. I've had things happen to me that's done humbled the hell out of
Hmm.
me too. But I want to ask, cause you said something about staying grounded.
Yeah.
As far as like faith, like do you believe in God? Like how do like
Yeah.
kind of navigate towards that? Cause you said the industry has a real dark presence. And I've noticed that. A lot of people have noticed that, but there are people like you that don't.
Yeah.
So how have you maintained not getting into that?
I grew up Baptist, and
Nice.
I'm still on that journey. I love it.
Absolutely.
I pray. I pray more than shoot. I don't know. I pray washing my hands. I
What?
pray.
Look, I'm praying now.
Right. Right.
I absolutely
But
understand.
going back into the industry, they have rituals. They have um different things that kind of could sway you over there.
Oh
I
God.
remember
So it
this
be
time.
true.
I
In
remember
a
this
sense.
time that this celebrity, she gifted me a bracelet that had the evil eyes on it. And I did the research. I'm like, okay. I started going crazy with the evil eyes, loving the evil eyes,
Mm,
down, making sure I have it everywhere.
mm,
But then as I did my research, it's a form of witchcraft. It's a form
mm.
of um something that I didn't know.
Energy
So
harvesting.
yeah, so I
Something.
didn't know about it. So therefore, I had to stop it
Yeah.
because you're ignorant to it now. Now you being ignorant. You
Yeah.
just doing it because
Basically.
you know the surface of it. You don't really know the history of it. You don't know what comes along if you really practice that type of stuff.
Mm.
So that's when God saved me. He saved me. He picked me up and put me back on my path that I believe it
Yeah.
was my path.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking nobody who do that because, like I told you, I did it.
And that's what I was gonna ask too, cause as
I just did the
far
evil eyes though.
and you learned enough. You said I learned
That
my
was
lesson there.
it.
But I was gonna ask as far as other women that's coming up, right? Because you might be able to save somebody else or help somebody else
Yeah.
think through something, right? What would you suggest to women that are trying to come up through the industry? Because that is something that we really didn't touch on either. Being a victim or having predators around you, because you
Mhm.
still got, you got a cootie cat, so
Right.
they got something else on their mind at all
All
times,
time.
and you got to watch out for that.
Yeah.
So what would you say is like the best mindset for a young lady that's in the media business or the hip hop industry, anything to kind of compose themselves when they are in the presence of those types of
Mm,
men?
I would say, I keep your morals. If that's
Mm.
what you do, that's what you do.
Yeah.
Stay true to yourself. That's my only thing I'll ever say to somebody. Stay true to
Yeah.
yourself. But you don't have to do it. You don't have to sleep to the top.
Yeah.
You don't have to backstab to the top. You don't even
What?
got to gossip to the top. Um, you don't have to do no devious stuff to get to the top.
Mm.
Just be yourself, and that's what I do. This what I do. Why I don't sleep to the top. Why I don't do drugs.
Yeah.
This right here is energy drink.
What? That's a Red Bull, y'all. I promise. She was like, no liquor, no smoking.
None of that. None of that.
Yeah.
But that's true to my values. So
Absolutely.
even like when I go around my talent, they,
Hmm.
oh, we can't smoke gin in here.
Yeah. Respect.
They respect
Look,
it.
I sprayed perfume for you today, girl. I cannot go around Jen being presentable and respectable, smelling like that reefer. So, but I get what you're saying. It
Yeah.
just, and I want to tell you this. Like, I'm working on stopping drinking and smoking because I just thought about like you ruining your body to run away from whatever you don't want to think about at that time. So now that I'm like loving life and everything, I'm like, I don't want those habits
Yeah.
to really take me out. So, long story short, I aspire to be in that space and I'm gonna keep praying because I don't think it comes overnight just being able
Yeah.
to have that mindset, but I'm really, really glad to be able to sit down and talk to people like you. And again, whether it was on the couch or whether it was somebody needing to just say, "Hey Jen, I'm
Yeah.
going through," and how would you mentally navigate this? If you got the time, you would literally sit there and extend that
Yeah.
like, "Hey, cuz life is hard.
Yeah.
Like we're human." So, I also wanted to harp on that. Navigating being human.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because let me tell you this. I've never really even talked about this, so that's exclusive for you.
Okay.
um, I have seizures,
Okay.
so it's harder. I won't say harder. We're not gonna
Mhm.
put that on me.
Right.
It's different for me on my days. So my days to be harder because of my uh well harder for me for my but with my seizures, my left lobe in my brain is not fully developed.
Mm.
So I sit.
Here I am. I don't know which one of mine's developed. My left and my right might be because if you doing all of that.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So I sit and I would cry some days like, oh, I'm not doing enough. And my doctor said to me, she said, you doing more than a person with a full brain. So it's like,
That's actually sick, Jen.
yeah, that's what she
We
said.
trying our hardest.
Hardest, right?
We just trying our hardest, steaming.
And I'm
And you
telling
like,
you, and
look.
I'm literally like be beating myself up.
Yeah, and you don't have to. You're super successful, and your energy period is not only inviting, and we were talking about that earlier, right? Because I also want to throw in just evaluating ourselves sometimes when we are
Yeah.
so inviting. A lot of
Yeah.
people like to take from our cups, and we can't pour from an empty cup. So you
Right.
going back to saying that some days are harder for you,
Right.
like explain like that goes back into just being human and maybe taking it a day at a time, huh?
Right. People I feel like people don't think that I'm human.
Mm.
I feel like a lot of times people don't feel like Jen cry. They
Mm.
don't feel like Jen only my core circle I would let in with that.
Yeah.
Um I don't feel like people feel like I have bad days. Like
Or even have the right to.
yeah, the right
You got to
is what
show
it
up
is.
always on.
Always. Always.
Mm.
And sometimes I take it personal, but I remain to myself. They don't owe me nothing.
Yeah.
They don't owe me nothing. God owe me. I owe him. We owe each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
That's my partner.
Absolutely. But I feel that all the way down because the real
Yeah.
gag is, and going back to I can't pour from an empty cup. So I
That
actually
empty
owe
cup.
me that time to care for myself so that I can even help you, boo.
Yeah.
Because I can't help you if I ain't got nothing to help with. And I'm not talking about monetarily. I'm not talking about
No.
material. Literally, sometimes our sanity, you deal with so many people on a day to day basis. It's
Mhm.
just like a lot of their stuff can get onto you.
They
Now,
do.
you also have a nonprofit that
Mhm.
you're going to be starting in the new
Yes.
year, right? Because that just goes into helping people again, once
Right.
again.
Mhm.
So tell me a little bit about that, like why you decided to start it and what that'll look like for you in the new year.
Yeah. So the nonprofit is going to be SL Next Level the brand.
Okay.
So that's the actual nonprofit. So with that nonprofit, I thought about doing it because of my seizures,
Mm.
because of the health issues that surrounds the industry.
Got you.
People don't know,
Ooh.
like we just said, you was empty.
Yeah.
People don't know that behind the scenes we go through stuff too. Even while we're on the scene, I gotta put that face on, smile,
What?
um,
Still show up.
and still show up. So and when I came in, I was a able, willing, I was a happy body.
Yeah.
Now I suffer from PTSD from the
Mm.
situations that happen in the
Me
industry.
too.
I suffer from ADHD because I feel like I'm not doing too much because I am in the industry around all of these
You
creators.
talking to me, guys? Is she diagnosing me?
All of these creators. So
Yes.
therefore, you know what I said? We suffer by ourselves. Why not help each other?
Yeah.
Navigate through it.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do this for women in music and entertainment.
Mm.
This is what my foundation is for,
Oh
to
my
support.
goodness.
It's a lot of different support groups.
Okay. Any help you throughout your tenure?
Um,
I'm sorry. If you take that long to answer, then no.
it was one group
Okay, okay, okay.
back in the
I'm
day.
just kidding, y'all.
It was called ZARS.
Okay,
A Caucasian, two Caucasian ladies ran it.
okay.
You had to be vetted to get into it.
Mm.
Like anybody couldn't be in it. You had to actually have top like A-list clients to get in it. Beyonce PR was in there.
Mm.
Um, the top.
Got you.
So they helped, but they helped in PR ways. So
Mm.
like they wasn't finna just give you it,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but they were there to support. But the organization that I'm doing
Mm-hmm.
is actually giving you tools. We not just meeting up to talk about our problems.
Got you.
Cause that, I mean, that's helpful. That's good. We
Yeah.
can lend a shoulder. But what happens when you start on these pills, and then within the industry, that's how you become a pill head.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that's how you become, but those are some places from your mental health.
Yeah.
You're still trying to cope. So if the
Absolutely.
doctor, you know, this is a legit diagnosis that I have PTSD, that I have ADHD,
Yeah.
or that I'm suffering from depression, and they give you these type of pills, and you get accustomed to them, you're gonna want to keep on adding it because it's
Yeah.
making you feel good and suppressing.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is give you other tools, not just the book, not just a handout or anything. We're really going to put on these big retreats and
Yeah.
to give you the tools, the candle aromas and stuff,
Yeah.
like to actually every day that you don't even know you sniffing in to cope with what you're going to
Yeah.
give you to feel good without the medicine.
Basically,
Yeah. But
like
it's
we running from something.
yes,
Yeah.
something.
So you said something about like, cause I know that not only do you do events, but you do events, okay?
Yeah.
And you said something about retreats, but kind of getting out of the nonprofit area. I know on Mother's Day you were talking about an event that you have coming up, and even when you were explaining it,
Mhm.
the lineup alone was
Crazy.
healing. It was
Crazy.
healing.
Yeah.
So what kind of event will that be? Because that low key, you're helping on both ends. Whether
Yeah.
it's in whether like it's an industry event or saying like, hey, here's some extra help.
Right.
You're putting together events that make sense for
Yeah.
women. Who's on that lineup, and tell me why you're deciding to do that.
So I don't really want to disclose the
Okay,
lineup.
okay, 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 okay. But can you give us a hint of maybe one that wouldn't like do too much of a splash?
Um, which one would I pick?
Give me a hint. Like, don't tell me the name. Like, give me a
Okay.
hint about who they would be.
Well, I could do two like that then.
Okay.
One of them has been through a lot in the industry. Took out her body filters. She's a mother. She has two beautiful kids.
Mm.
The other one has a
So real people,
yeah,
people that know stuff or been
yeah.
through something.
The other one is really a a big time hair mogul.
Okay.
And she's in a relationship too. She has kids. She's a mother, but
Okay.
she's big too. So I'm taking beauty. I'm taking rap. I'm taking actors. So like
Nice.
even my other actor, huge. She's huge,
Okay.
super big.
I love that for you though, Jen, because that's another thing. You basically have become a big melting pot
Yeah,
for
I
your
love it too. Yeah.
personalities. It's just like even somebody could be a NASCAR driver,
Mhm.
but now they over here, parlaying with this person that may be an actress,
Yep.
and now that's not only a good relationship as far as PR is concerned, but it's like you literally put that together, and people don't really forget that like this person connected me to that person that I
Oh,
might
okay.
feel a great deal of love for,
Yeah.
right? Like you the person that set that up. So you being instrumental in creating good relationships, like don't let that go over your head. Like you're freaking awesome, Jen.
I did the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I called Marquis. I said, Marquis, I don't think this is an industry for me.
Mm.
Like I just don't feel like I'm doing. He said, "No, you're not gonna change. You don't change. We're not gonna change that part about you."
Yeah.
I'm about to cry
Yeah.
because I was upset. I'm mad. I'm like, this is too much. And I said, this is why I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
This is why I don't want to keep giving people opportunities
Yeah.
because they are constantly doing stuff like this. He said, no, you're not gonna change that part about you.
Yeah.
And I took that.
And I also heard something. I don't know if this can help you, but I heard something today. This boy, he sat me down right where I was standing when he said this. He said, "So when you walking through your journey in faith, basically your goal is to wean in on yourself, right? Like we're
Hmm.
not here to get my faith developed so Marquise could be better. Like it's for me to
Right.
be better." So he was like, when it comes down to forgiveness and releasing those things, the reason we be so bitter is because we hold on to it and
Right.
we replay it and
Yeah.
we keep remembering that this person did. He was like, no, you have to forgive every time they do it wrong. Forgive them, Lord, for they know not what they do, and keep it moving
Yeah.
so that not only you don't internalize it, but because we would want somebody to give us that grace.
Right.
And it just made me see things so different. Again, I do have the right to get upset if a person keeps like, damn. But
Yeah.
when you notice that, like, it's like a up here and down here spiritually, and
Right.
not like on purpose.
Right.
They will get there, but because I am here and you right here, I also can't let you pull me here. And that, to me, I just wanted to share that with you.
That's a struggle.
It's a struggle.
That's a struggle.
It's been a struggle for me.
It's been a struggle for me too. But you know what I rely on? Discernment. You
Mm.
gotta, and I felt like I didn't have discernment for years. I'm like, what is my discernment? I don't have discernment. God, please show me my discernment. And then I look back, I'm like, oh, Jen, you do got discernment.
Yeah.
You've been doing your discernment.
Yeah. You know what's going
You
on.
got to just tap back in. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I would say lean on your discernment.
Okay. And
On
I'm gonna
it.
receive that because like I said, like I feel like in your journey, whether it's with faith, whether it's with your career,
Yeah.
like the goal is not necessarily to fail, and
Right.
you gotta try stuff that you have never tried to get to a
Mhm.
better situation. So with that, I definitely want to ask, just to kind of close it out, because I know you have events coming up. You have businesses that you're opening or starting next year. Give me two things, because I like the number two. I don't know why. Give me two things you want people to kind of go look into regarding you and your brand afterwards, something that people could kind of pay attention to. Because usually I ask people what song they want us to go stream overnight and
Right.
keep it on repeat so they can get their streams up. But for you, what you want us to go look at? Like two different things.
I would just say the brand in general. It's so much. Like, it's so much. And I did want to talk about like how I even came about all even in business. Like it's been installed in me. My mom, she had a hair salon when I was young. Like I that's all I can remember. My grandma, she was actually she worked with the mayor. She had a clothing store, text business, everything. They gave her the keys to the city.
In Atlanta or Michigan?
Michigan.
Oh
In
my
Michigan,
goodness!
Grand
So
Rapids.
you come from a line of
Yeah,
strong
my
women.
uncle Mutt, he had arcades, hot dog stands, everything. So like I knew about the business. My aunt Kim, she literally had all types of beauty supply stores and boutiques
Nice.
and stuff.
So you really did. When you say since you were 13, you've been
Yeah.
looking into that direction. You
Yeah,
really
it's
had some
installed in me.
background.
Yeah, and even like
Yeah.
my aunt Kisha, she passed away last year.
What's this?
She had her organization, so I knew
What
how it
kind?
from with her. She did
What
all
kind?
Women's of Success.
Okay,
Yep,
Women's of Success. Shout out to Women's of
yep.
Success. Okay,
It's still
then.
jumping.
I know that's right. And that's really
Yeah,
just goes back to SL next level
yeah,
too, like just building something that can sustain
yeah.
or outlive you, right? That's why I do why hip hop. Oh, child, the logo
Mhm.
it's changed. But you get what I'm saying? Like you just as a woman, I don't know. I feel like we done took the position of the man, and you don't have to say that because you married. But us single gals over here be like, we just gotta be the man because we gotta figure it out all by ourselves,
Right.
and regardless of if we do or not, like it's
Yeah.
still gonna go. So again, like thank you for
Yeah.
being that person. Like you just mentioned the people that kind of set the tone for you and
Yeah.
your life. So thank you for
That's
being
my
that person
village.
outside, cause
Yeah.
motherfuckers be around this bitch acting like they're just so famous, just so this and that, so uppity, and it's just like we all human. Like we
Yeah.
all eat, sleep the same, pull up our pants one at a time. So we gotta kind of bring that back to the industry. I think.
Mhm.
Um, I really did want to ask because this has been on my mind.
Uh-huh.
You're in the Atlanta area, so I want to know what is your favorite? Because Atlanta in the hip hop industry right now, they have like a good run going on.
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite part about this little era, like the YK Niece, the Bunna B? Like, do you like that coming up? You know, being somebody that's been in the industry for a while and seeing them kind of come onto the scene.
Mhm.
How you feel about that as a PR agent? You know,
Mm.
you don't feel away.
I don't really feel a way because it's like I worked. That's like the beginning stage, so it don't really affect me.
Got
Like
you.
so it's and it's no disrespect to nobody.
But I get what you're
I
saying.
would love to shape their brands to mainstream though. I would love to do that.
Got you. Got you. Got you.
Yeah.
So basically, what I hear from that is because one of the things that I was saying is Atlanta is so big as far as the industry concerned. You can have your first level, second level, all the way up to like the fifth level of a Google and a Sprite, and right in one city. So it is interesting to see that transition
Yeah.
because you have people that literally come from the city. It's all around them, and then they eventually go into that. So hopefully we will see something
But
like
I
that.
love them. Like I think
Yeah,
that black YK niece is the one I really like.
yeah.
Like she, I like her because she don't care about what nobody think. Like Sus came on the stage. I forgot what concert it was. I had somebody
Was it G Herbo that brought her out? Somebody with the sweats on.
girl. I said go ahead, girl.
Go ahead,
Go ahead.
comfortable. And guess what? Not trying to be funny, but the money spent the same way.
Same what and you know what? They always say people with money don't really dress.
Yeah,
And I'm not saying she ain't dressed, but she was
but
comfortable.
yeah,
And that made me like, girl, you I got a daughter, a
yeah,
12-year-old daughter. I'm like, yeah, that's good. You show her self love. She ain't got to put it on or whatever.
yeah.
I love that
And
about her.
especially in this, I feel like like I said when I was saying like I went through it, like a lot of the times the comparison be
Mhm.
literally looking at all this unwanted stuff. Like against my will, I'm looking at people with BBLs or
Yeah.
everything shaped to the T, getting facial balancing. Yeah, but when you natural, it's just a little different. Like I want my stomach to be really flat, but I shouldn't
Girl,
have because I was just looking at you. Get what I'm saying? My environment. I should have been loving myself. Like I should really be like, hey, you're
they
cool
pay
too.
for them thighs, that butt. They pay for that.
And I hate it. You know what I'm saying? So even with that, it's just like seeing people like YK Niece. It's just
Yeah,
really
she lit.
turning the
Yeah.
industry. Like we see regular people, we see people that look like us, and that's why I was really like not trying to be funny because this no shade to YK or nothing like
No,
that,
no.
but you per se, it's a difference. It's like, hey, this is the person that educationally is not only succeeding but dominating in a field that a lot of black women don't even get the chance to stay because we either don't have the right resources or the attitude ain't
Somebody
really
make us
there.
mad.
Yeah, so you maintaining that spot and for so long, and this will be my last question because I know I could go all day
No,
talking to
it's
you,
fine.
but how has it been maintaining that space and what do you hope to see in 2026 in that space?
Elevation.
Okay.
Elevation. I want to excel so much.
Mm.
Like I feel like what I have done it for a reason,
Yeah.
and I feel like what's making me keep elevating is the push that I tell myself.
But you're too humble though. Like that's actually crazy because what do you mean elevation and your name is elevator? Like what are you talking about? Like how do you
I
want to
want to
go?
elevate,
But I get it.
like I feel like all of the stuff that I did in industry, I still haven't conquered the industry. Not
Yeah.
that I'm trying to conquer the industry, but like people know my name in the industry,
Yeah.
um, but I don't want them to just know me for business. I want them to know me for good things. Like I want not even the industry,
Mm.
but the world. So when I say
Mm.
elevate, I want the world to know like she's doing a good job for the world.
Got
I
you.
don't want them to like how you view me as a inspiration. I want to be an inspiration for these younger
I see what you're
girls.
saying.
Like,
And I think it starts with you getting out there. And I know this is gonna sound funny. I know earlier we was talking about maybe y'all visiting certain markets.
yeah.
And a lot of that really do be talking to impressionable people like me.
Mhm.
Because even if we not there now, by the time we are, we remember those people. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? So it's
Yes.
like you are just such a perfect person for
Yes.
that because you
Yeah.
already gonna give even in a conversation. Like you've never did anything for me where you're giving me some money or you
Yeah.
need to nothing like that. It's
Right.
literally just free game.
Yep.
Free game. If
And
you
that's what
want it,
I
you
want
got
to
it.
elevate and give it to the girls. Like, there's so many girls that see the industry as a object or
Mm,
something that they want to be but don't know how to be. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
So it's like etiquette, all of that. I want the girls to really come
Yeah.
show up and know that they can be
We
themselves.
might need to do a charm school. Jens,
Right.
we gotta call it something else though. We gotta call it Jens. Uh, PR boot camp. We gotta call it something. It
Gen-
gotta be
I
like a
wanted
boot
to do
camp.
for the like the younger girls, I just want them to set a tone. Like y'all
Yeah.
don't have to be fighting like that fighting culture, and I want them to know like we can run the world.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah,
thing. We can
especially
run
with
the
the
world.
Baddies franchise right now. You gotta
Yeah.
get out there, Jen. We need you.
Yeah, it's like please. That's what I
Yeah.
want. I want to touch the. So that's when I say elevation. I want
Mhm.
these young girls to know, like, you're the prize.
Yeah. And
Like
it's
for real.
better where that came from. That's what you taught
Hmm.
me. I thought I wanted something. I was like, it's better where that came from. Like,
Yes.
it's just that was nothing to you. You was just walking around there like, ooh. And I'm like, this is everything. But again, it takes time
Yeah.
and experience to get there.
Yeah.
So I know we would talk about and I said this was the last time like 80
No, no,
minutes
no.
ago,
Let's go.
but I wanted to because you said something. You were like, hey, that's what I want the world to know about me.
Yes.
A lot of people know you as this person, that person, that person. But
Hmm.
what do you actually want to do? Because you keep saying, like, my goals are this and elevation, and I think you already there.
Yeah.
But, like, what do you actually want to do?
Change lives, and I want to be really monumental in cities to know like she changed lives. I
Yeah.
want to be for the better. I want to be known for the kind heart. I want people to know that the fruits of the spirit.
Fruits
That's what
of
I
the
want. I want
Spirit.
to. I want to put those seeds down
That's
to grow
funny
the
that you
fruits.
say that. I
Yeah.
said a prayer not too long ago, and I was like, you know how you just get to the point where you like, God, you use me. You tell me
Yeah.
what to do. And I just want it to be everything that you need me to do, whether
Yep.
it's for the next person
Or what?
or it
Yep.
touches the next person to touch
Mhm.
the next person. Like, I
That's
just
what I
need
want.
you to use me.
Yeah, that's what I want.
So yeah, like I love that alignment, Jen. I think the world is healing a little bit.
Mm.
Everybody going back to Jesus. I love to
Yes,
see
I
it
love it.
because it's like that's how you know when things are bad, when they
Mhm.
grasping on to just their last little bit of hope.
Yeah.
So it always fuels me because again, Jesus is all of my hope. Like I'm praying
Right.
all the time, like I don't care what's going on.
Right.
Let me talk to God about this.
Right.
So just to see that somebody like you that's in knee deep in the industry, you see people all day, every day that probably not on the faith, not of the faith, and you maintain your faith. Again, like I just can't even imagine that somebody like you was walking around. So you have blowed
Thank
me
you.
for today. Tell everybody where they could find you. What they can like type in to kind of
Oh,
locate because I know you have your regular page and you got SL
yeah.
Next Level.
So it's just Jen Johnson. So it's Jen underscore Johnson underscore across the board. That's everywhere.
Okay.
Like I'm so unique. I think I'm the only Jen Johnson.
Especially with
And
a
it's with a
G.
G. Yeah,
Yes.
with a G. Because everybody be thinking it's J or they'll be like JAN. And then a lot of people think my name is Jennifer. And
Oh,
I'm like, I'm not Jennifer.
that's funny. My name Jasnice, so I
Yeah.
tell people to call me Jazz, and they be like,
Uh-huh.
"Okay, Jasmine."
Yep.
Ah, nope.
That's like
That's
my
not
biggest
it.
pet peeve. I'm like, I'm not Jennifer. My name is
Yeah.
Janice, my
So,
real
oh
name.
no, for real?
Yeah,
I think you
Janice.
told me
Yeah,
that, and
that's what
we
our first
come
conversation.
on,
Yeah.
Janice and Jasnice.
Yeah.
Sick work. I forgot that, but I
Yeah.
remember you were a great person. Jen, thank you so
Yeah.
much. And again, like, y'all, I want to let y'all know, like, it was not easy for me to get to this point. It was not easy, but this is well worth it. Y'all need to put this on repeat. She
Yeah.
dropped some gems here. Okay, bye.
Wait, can I just say I want to thank you
Yes,
though for even seeing me,
thank
like
you.
even doing something like this for the culture. So I do
Mhm.
want to thank you. I really do, and I
Thank you,
appreciate you.
Jen. I'm not gonna hold you. You are welcome, more than welcome. But you inspired me.
Yeah,
You
you
inspired
inspire me too. Your growth is
me.
crazy.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So again, I think that will be eventually when I could get to where I want to be. And people tell me the same thing I was just telling you, like you already. I'll be like,
That's what I was
no,
gonna say. You are where you're supposed to be right now in this
got you.
moment.
And that's what I'm
Embrace
learning.
it. Cause I forgot I will actually be doing things and don't live in the moment. That's my biggest regret. I don't live in the
And
moment.
I heard that most of the fun is in the journey there.
Yep.
They said when you get there, then there's nothing left to do.
Yep.
So I'm trying to embrace this. I had a little situation with little baby, because I'm going to say that name every time. He had hit
What?
me and stole my camera, and they had to beat my ass outside the club.
Really?
Yes, but I mean, I ain't gonna say they beat my ass because I could fight. But long story short, they got me so good that it set me down for some years. Okay,
What year was this?
2022 or 2021, 2021 or 20, whenever Super Bowl was in Tampa.
And why you do that?
Cause so dang, I ain't expect to tell this story. So
We
let me
gotta
tell
hear
you.
this
I
story
know, right?
now.
So what had happened was there was a strip club party, an after
Mhm.
party. I think he hadn't already performed that night somewhere else, so he came to this strip club. And when me and the person that I was working with got there, I'm like doing videography.
Yeah.
So at first, cause I knew the girl, it's a girl. Her name's Shia. She Offset baby mama.
Mhm.
So that's who I knew out there. I go up to her. She taking pictures with my magazine and stuff like that. 42 Doug
Love
there,
42.
like him, and then little baby sitting there. So because Doug was standing next to Shy, I'm like, hey, can I get a drop with you? He look at little baby tell him, and he say no. So I go to baby. I say, can I get a drop with you? Baby act like he don't even hear me. So me, in my experience, I'm like, let me stay away from them and go to the people that is messing with me. So I go over to Shia. She give me a drop. Woot woot woot. So once they saw that, they kind of loosened up a little bit. We
Right.
now on the side of the building. Now you see me videoing. He all in my camera talking. He had done even jumped, like there was like a little ramp up there. He had done jumped from the top of the ramp and kind of ran into me. So he really was like, oh my bad, talking all in my camera. I'm making my presence known. I'm
Right.
already scared, but I'm making my presence known.
Right.
I don't wanna. I said the best way that I can without trying to incriminate nobody, but I was already scared. Okay.
Mhm.
So long story short,
No,
when
it
we
wasn't a
went,
plain entourage.
you know,
Okay.
and when we went around the building, cause they wasn't letting them in one side
Mhm.
with what they had, and then when we went around the building, one of the promoters like, y'all can come in over here. I'm gonna let y'all in with it, so that we go around the building. But by the time we get around the building, somebody on the other side of the building saw what they had and thought everybody finna shoot. So
Mhm.
now everybody's like running, trying to hide, and I end up in the group with Lil Baby. It's like 5 or 6 of us behind this car, trying to make sure if anybody starts to, pum
Yeah.
pum, we're not in a line of fire. And I'm so scared, Jen, because if they was gonna do it, they're gonna do it to the biggest one out here, and I'm sitting right next to him.
Right.
So I was kind of frozen with fear. Actually, it was so bad that I remember somebody made like a loud sound to the right of us because they were scared, so they kind of fell. And when they did that, we all looked to the right. But I looked to the right and kept my hand like this with the camera because he was also like joking around. So I'm like, let me keep getting my footage. I really should have peeped that the cameraman put his camera down. I'm like, oh, he missing good footage.
Right.
But
No.
just, I should have peeped that. Ooh. So long story short, when I turned around, little baby seen the camera like in his face basically. And he like, why you still recording? And I'm kind of playing it light. So he pushed the camera down. I let it, he put it to the ground. I get up to leave. Like, oh my bad. He like, no, you could go, but your camera gonna stay. Like trying to pull the camera. And I guess I didn't understand that. So I
Right.
still tried to like take the camera and we start playing like a tug of war. And before you knew it, because they saw us kind of like beefed out, like
Yeah.
almost about to hit each
Yeah.
other, they like grabbing my hair.
Right.
Somebody was like, damn. Little baby slapped the shit out of me. I was like, oh my God. So it was traumatizing because it was so many men on top of all that metal clanking up against you. You don't know what's going to go wrong at any time. It was recent, like not too far after the King Von situation where it was shootings at clubs after fights, so I was so scared. I was so scared. I was so scared. But I gave him that camera. He was like, you ain't getting this camera. I pay you, bitch. You ain't getting this camera back though.
Right.
I was like,
It's two things that it's a couple of things I could say about that. Security always gonna protect the artist. That's
right.
they get paid for
That
that.
wasn't even security though. Security actually came around because security was gone because
Security.
I
You
know,
don't
right? That
know.
was Uncle JoJo them know. Like
Yeah.
that's really what
Yeah.
it was. Cause security that had on the stuff, and even
Yeah.
the security man, when he came and found out what happened, he actually had more remorse. He was
Right.
like, I'm trying to, cause I kept jumping up trying to get the camera. He was like, and now the security is aware, his own security is aware that this is going on. He was like, I'm
That's what I
trying to help you,
say.
mama.
Real. If people who have real representation would have caught that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That would have been a situation that would have never even happened.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't say that, but in my hindsight, I mean, when I'm looking at it, I could say that me personally, if that was me in an incident with one of my clients, I'm already checking surroundings. All of that was supposed to be checked before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those
Yeah.
steps from you walking to them going around, all of that is
Yeah.
should your team supposed to
Gotta
have
be
that
on that.
in check. So therefore, when you come to places with, and I don't know exactly who he had on his team or whatever, but I do feel like the team should have secured that a little bit better.
And me too. I wouldn't even deny that nowadays. Even knowing what I know now, like I
Yep.
still feel like that should have been secured a little better.
Hmm.
Because again, I was just trying to play it how I felt it. Like again, you done seen me already with the camera. It would have been easy for you to just tell me to delete the video and I would have deleted the video. And mind you, I don't even pay attention to that type of content.
Yeah.
Whatever he would have been looking at it for, like, oh, little baby scared or whatever.
Yeah, that's what
I
they would
don't
have been. That's
even pay
exactly
attention to
what
that
they would
type
have
of
thought.
content. He was
Yeah.
actually back there making great jokes.
Yeah.
Might I add. So
Right.
I was like, he's funny, you know.
But he's a
So
great person though. Like.
yeah, I actually linked with him after that, and he's nice. He never paid me though, like he said he would. So that's my only grudge. But that threw me off a little bit because I'm like, you done took my equipment. I can't record no more, and then I'm expected to just get it again
Yeah.
and also be good with it. Like,
But
no.
42 cool though. Like that's my boy.
42 talking something. Why you was recording though? Man, move, dog. Like
He's
I ain't even
cool.
talking to you, dog. You need to get out my face, dog. That shit ain't
Yeah.
right. I was so mad at
Yeah.
him. It didn't make no sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, long story short,
Well, I'm sorry that happened though, cause that's,
no.
and you know what? That goes back to the PTSD,
Yeah.
the anxiety, all of that.
I'm
That's what
talking
I'm saying
about
that we endure in this industry.
somebody come around, I'm like, you can't pay me to be around too many
Yep,
people
I'm telling
nowadays.
you that
And I just be like, dang. But I'm working on it. I really am. Because I used to
you're
be
gonna
so
make it work.
outgoing.
Yeah, you're gonna
But
make
you
it work.
know.
Yep.
Now, mind you, Jen, and I have to close it saying this, right?
Mhm.
I am super duper proud of you. Like I said, if nobody ever told you in life, because I think we go so fast sometimes, we don't even say, "Hey, how you doing? Congratulations! Like you're doing so great." So congratulations, and you're doing an amazing job. And I just want you to not only keep going because we need you,
Yeah.
but because everything that you do. Every step that you take has made a difference, even if you might not see it. Like you made a difference with me, and I know you probably wouldn't even notice. You literally just was moving about your day. That's
Right.
what you naturally do, but you made a huge difference. Her events are top tier, y'all. If y'all need, and I'm not talking about no funny money events. Like if y'all need a top tier production, she's your go-to girl on that. Okay. So thank you for coming, Jen, and we're gonna sign out. Okay.
Okay, we done, y'all.
All right. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Jen. I need to take some.